Hello.
Hello out there in TV land.
I think it's happening. I
or
think
in
we're starting.
Streaming land.
I think they're probably watching an ad right now.
Oh.
Hopefully not like our real ad. The ad that comes with YouTube. You know, when it's like, oh, it's starting, blah, blah, blah.
So are they not like seeing like what we just said?
I don't know. I never know how it works,
They're going to pop in and
they'll pop in.
We'll have already been talking.
I love that for
All right, guys. Who's here?
It says it's still waiting. We're signed in.
We're signed in.
Hello?
Hello?
Do you not see us? Have you seen us?
People are popping
people are
up.
talking.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
That
was
bad.
so scary.
How are we doing, everyone?
Max is here from Seattle.
Yes, Austin's here.
Austin's here. Who else is here?
Fresh
Show
off
yourselves.
a shout out from, of the Patreon, because I just posted the link for all you patrons out there if you want to vote for what album represents us as Kathy's, as a group, as patrons.
It's a lengthy discussion that we have been having for like weeks. We are all trying to decide on the Discord, like albums we can all agree that are good.
Yeah. I know, and it's been tough because everyone has the ability, if they've listened to the album in full. Oh, I probably should have written that in that post. I didn't. If you've listed the album in full, you could nope it. You could be like, "Hey, I've listened to Folklore in full, and I don't want it representing us." Someone could hypothetically say.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like all of us on the Discord, we're all like, we all think that we're in agreement on one album. We're like, we all like this, you like it, you like it, you like it, and then there's that one person who pops in being like, "Ooh, sorry guys."
Exactly. It's like, I'm gonna have to nope this.
I'm gonna have to nope this. Yeah.
Jake Price, hi. I finally watched Come From Away today, Matt Steele, and I was sobbing.
Of course you were. I was singing Come From Away while at work, like to myself. I work behind like a bar, and sometimes it gets really loud, and sometimes my back is toward all the customers, and as I'm making stuff, and I'm just like, "Welcome to the land where you come from away, hey," and I like fully like sing out Louise.
I was gonna say, how loud is it? Are you singing?
Oh, sometimes I like fully sing at like, a solid level.
Wow.
And no one knows that I'm doing it.
Why would they mind? They should be happy. They're getting a show. Tyler Hackner's here.
Hello.
Ty, back from a mini vacation. Welcome back, Ty. I hope you're rested. We're back from a mini vacation yesterday because we didn't do this yesterday. We usually work on Sundays.
Yeah, but I was definitely not vacationing.
I wasn't either. Michael Smith is getting packed for a mini vacay to work on Severance. Oh, my God.
Ooh, have fun on that.
Please have the best time. I want to know. There was an F-word mission. I apologize. I know it's a bad word here. Hi, Ricky. So excited for this. I'm excited for all to be here. Yazzy's here. Rich Carrasco is here. Not Caruso.
Not Caruso.
Moon River and me. Hello. Have we watched Swarm? No. I've heard about it.
What is that?
I think it's a new show, I believe, on Amazon Prime.
Oh, is that the one with Billy and Dominique Fishback?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I watched a scene from it. And like,
did you?
Billy better act.
Oh, really? She's acting?
And Dominique too, but we all knew Dominique Fishback could act if you saw God, what was the movie with Daniel Kaluuya won the Oscar and Lakeith Stanfield.
Get Out?
The last.
Oh, someone's going to tell you.
Oh, my God. It's like totally escaping my mind. He won an Oscar for it, Daniel Kaluuya. She's excellent. And Dominique Fishback is excellent in that movie. They're both acting together. And like.
Judas?
Yes. The last. Judas and the Last Messiah.
Okay, great. There we go. I was like, I'm never going to know it.
I was like, the last days of Judas Iscariot. Like,
Judas.
Yeah, it's definitely not that.
Speaking of albums that Matt Steele noped, Born This Way was on that list.
Sorry.
It's
not that I don't like Born This Way. It's just that I don't love it enough to like be on.
Right. I mean, I had a couple like that.
Yeah.
I had a couple.
To me, like if a Gaga album is going to be on that list, it has to be The Fame Monster.
I mean,
we can all unanimously agree
that's the one.
The Fame Monster is the one.
Oh, isn't it? Swarm is so creepy. I'm not watching. Some people say you have to watch it. The new show Class of 07 is also great. Okay. Hello, Gabrielle. I saw Taylor Swift this weekend. How did you like it?
How was it?
The 3-hour show.
Yeah.
She's up there a long ass time.
But the thing is, like, aren't all concerts like 3-ish hours? Really? Mm-mm. They should be. You're paying all that money. You better get.
I mean, I hope Beyonce does 3 hours. I would love that.
If I'm paying that much money, I want like a freaking James Cameron Avatar moment.
But when do you go to the bathroom? Because I don't think she does never grow up. So when do you know when to go?
You don't go to the bathroom the same way you don't go to the bathroom during Titanic or Avatar or Babylon. You just.
What about during RR that has a built-in intermission? Is that okay to go to the bathroom there?
I didn't go to the bathroom during that intermission. I stayed and I looked at that intermission screen the whole time, gleefully. No, because you pee beforehand. Oh, my mother's here. Hello, Mother. My mom says she's watching this from the comfort of her bathtub.
Oh, great. I love that.
She's having a self-care moment.
That's very Mariah.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the new Kelly Clarkson album to drop. Me neither. So excited for that. I saw Banshees of Inisherin this weekend. Good, but surprisingly gross. That's what I heard about it, and I won't be watching.
It's not that gross.
I don't want to see it.
Grow up.
Chris and Timothy just got a raise at work. Who's doing it like me? Nobody, baby. Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations. That's
very
awesome.
exciting. Beyonce shows are usually 2.5 hours. Excited for that one in September. Taylor's doing full songs, not half songs, which is insane. 40 songs. That's wild. Avatar 3 is actually just the Eras Tour concert movie. I mean, what a way to know. Palmer, did you watch the mid-season premiere for VPR, the trailer? I did. It may come up.
Okay.
Folklore and Evermore have sections, so there are bathroom breaks, Matt. Oh, Lord. I didn't say that. I am reading that from Dylan. Sailor D52 said it. I didn't say it. Matt Steele, do you like Matt's BF? Do you like my BF?
No, Mrs. Steele. Do you like Matt's
Mrs. Steele.
BF? I don't
know
have
that,
a BF.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't think she's met my BF.
Yeah, Mrs. Steele would adore Jackson.
I'm
my
sure.
God.
And Jackson does very well with parents in general.
Yeah.
He's a very parent-friendly boyfriend.
With kids, he's a monster.
A monster with
but
kids.
Parents, great.
No, great with both.
He's great with both.
She's very incredible and is giving fans what she needs. I think she's a beautiful human being, works so hard. Great. I'm glad. Y'all, we get her new song like this week or next. She accidentally told us. Who? Kelly
said
Kelly?
that? She accidentally told us?
Wait.
Why was this
Yeah, I need a link. I need official
Someone send a link,
information
please.
for that because I can't get too excited. My heart can only take so much, as you know. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Oh, I have thoughts, babe. And the thing is, I appreciate that you're here, Jillian, because I always, in the Discord, try to bring up Vanderpump Rules and everyone ignores me.
Yeah, no one wants to talk about
Guys!
that. I'm so sorry.
It's literally national news. It's on CNN.com, like, about the mid-season trailer and Tom Sandoval and Ariana sit down.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff, like, on various different news sites, because they're 24 hours a day. They got to talk about something. So sometimes there are news stories where it's just like, is this CNN newsworthy?
But this was like the top of pop culture cycle. I'm getting crickets from the Discord.
Sorry.
Basically, everyone needs to, if you like Vanderpump Rules, join the Discord, become a patron so we can talk about it.
We're too busy arguing about which albums we all agree on.
It's true. And we only have 8. My BF told me about you guys never since I've been hooked. Oh, yay.
Daryl.
Daryl, welcome. My name is your first name, but spelled differently.
Daryl
Matthew Palmer.
Wow.
I'm so excited to hear Folklore live. That's so exciting. You're going to have the best time.
Kelly said she already filmed the song for the show and that she doesn't film that far in advance. Oh, she wanted
my
to
God.
have the perfect version, I guess.
Oh my God. The trailer is so good. When Ariana says die, I approve. Amazing. Apparently it was hot enough news to put in people's dating profiles. That's true. Jeff was swiping and saw someone who was like, I'm ready to talk about Tom and Ariana. And I was like, see, Jeff, you know, because of me. You're welcome.
Kelly, she videoed it for karaoke. She was live on Instagram. Wait, so like, she didn't give like a date as to when this song was happening.
I need a date. I need an actual official date.
Actual official date.
Okay, let me retweet your posts. And
okay.
Then
all right, great. What does F word mean? Oh, F word stands for folklore. That
yes.
Whenever we say the F word here, that means folklore because it's such a taboo topic.
Yes, it's very
between all the Cathys.
It is. It just causes such trouble.
And I mean, by between us, all the Cathys, we mean just me and Matt Palmer essentially. Kind of sprained my ankle on my trip, but went hiking the next day anyway. The show must go on. Oh wow!
Wow!
You hiked on a sprained ankle, Ty? I don't know if that's the best idea, but like if you're feeling brave, you're feeling like you can power through it,
you think you're strong enough, but don't hurt yourself.
Don't hurt yourself.
Everyone, go easy on yourselves.
Go easy. Easy on you, baby. Hey to all. Hello, Fade 1982.
Hi.
I'll post the link in the Discord. Jimmy's posting us the link.
All right, great. We need that link.
Yeah, what are the different words we have now? F word is folklore. D word is Damien Chazelle.
Yes, those are the main two.
Do we have any other ones that we've created through the year of doing these lives? When do we hit a year of doing lives?
I think we've hit it because I think it's passed.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Because I saw like a throwback Instagram thing. I was like, join us live on, probably was Twitch still at the time. But Yeah, that was dark. We just didn't know.
I mean, we love Twitch. We had a great time there.
Yeah, so it was a great time. We wish all the Twitch people happiness.
It was just a different moment.
It was more video game centric, in my opinion.
And it was a little. It was just like a different. I don't know. Vibe.
Yeah,
and it was more difficult because we didn't know how Twitch worked. We know how YouTube works.
Right.
So.
I mean, there was stuff to learn about YouTube, but it also is like we already have people on YouTube who want to talk.
Yeah, I guess B word is for Babylon.
Oh yes, I could see that.
K word is Kathy.
No, Kathy's actually with a C.
Kathy's actually with a C, and that's not a bad word here.
No, that's how we all agree. That's
how
we all are connected.
Why are you villainizing how we identify?
C connected. K connected would be like Kardashian connected.
Austin said was happy to leave Twitch.
I feel bad because sometimes other people we get like, oh, someone just followed you on Twitch, and I want to be like, baby,
we're not coming back.
We're not coming back. We are not coming back.
Yeah.
Kathy with the C. Yes, that's
Kathy
correct. You two are so beautiful inside. Oh my gosh,
you.
Moon River and me, you're so kind.
But like, if you had to rank my beauty, would you rank outside beauty above inside beauty for me, or like where would you rank? Where would I fall in that ranking?
Oh, I guess we'll have to see which is more beautiful, your outside or inside.
Yeah.
I'm excited about these topics. I never watched on Twitch. I couldn't follow you down that dark path. Wow, Jimmy, hurtful.
Okay, it wasn't that bad.
It was. I know,
Twitch
honestly,
was perfectly lovely. We thank everyone on there, but. Kathy phobia was too strong. Yeah,
it was. Oops, lol. I honestly never understood the Kathy jokes. I'm out of the loop.
Okay, we call ourselves the Kathys because we both love the musical The Last 5 Years,
and
identify with the character of Kathy very much. And
who has been wronged?
She is a woman wronged.
Yes.
Okay, and so we figured that. All the 2 Gay Mats fans, so we're all Kathys deep down because we're all icons, legends, and have been wronged.
And
when we are wronged, we let people know.
Absolutely. You can't just sit on it.
Yeah.
Not as calm down heart. LOL.
Listen, we're talking about Kathy. We're talking about our founding father.
Have you guys seen all the online discourse about concert etiquette? I saw a couple of tweets where it was like, if someone was like singing this loudly over the artist who was performing, I'd be annoyed. It would ruin my concert experience. And I get both sides of it. Usually the sound's pretty good. You're going to hear the artist singing. But also for me, I usually like to lip along. You know, I like to lip sync along.
I just imagine it's being like...
Because it's like, but it's also like I'm paying no attention to any other people there. Like much like you are seated with like your hands crossed and like an angry face, but you're like, I loved every second.
Yeah.
I'm up, I'm dancing, and I'm enjoying, and I'm lip syncing, and I'm looking right at Beyonce, Mariah, or whomever's on stage, and you're like, we're in this together. We are performing tonight.
We are collaborating.
Exactly.
You're feeding off of me. I'm feeding off of you. This is a team effort.
Yes.
The thing is, like, I feel like when people sing along next to you, it's more apparent in a cell phone video.
For sure.
Like,
absolutely.
as opposed to like when you're there in person, you hear the sound better than you hear. I don't know why that is.
I agree.
You're the recording expert.
It's like, oh yeah.
Why does sound in a phone microphone come across? Like, why do you hear the people next to you more than you hear the actual concert?
Well, I mean, I feel like the speakers, the audio of the concert is so designed for like hitting people in the audience in the ear, and the phone is just like, it's only recording what's closest to it versus, and I mean, I'm sure the music's loud, you're getting some of the music, but if that person's right next to you and really belting along, you're gonna get a lot of the belter.
Okay. Oh my God. A scientist.
I mean, hey, went to school for it. You see my degree.
Oh, look at it hanging up right there.
School of the Arts. Daryl M. Palmer.
Mom, you're here. Where's my diploma from NYU? Is it in my closet?
I was so glad to get mine because I didn't know where it was. And my mom, I think, was glad to get it out of her house. And so it worked out for everybody. Now, the people who are singing along at Broadway shows, immediate jail. Oh, that is unacceptable. I feel like you'd get walked out. Yeah, like if you were singing along at a Broadway show, I feel like that's not a thing.
Oh, no. No.
Who would do that?
It would never. I remember one time, our friend Falou was seeing his first like musical. He went to see Dreamgirls on the West End, and he was like, I can't wait to sing along. And I was like, no. And I had to explain to him like, okay, this is a different experience.
Wait, who was this?
It was Falou.
Really? Yeah, okay. Like, that's kind of you.
And I was like, you can't sing along.
You can't sing along.
You can't sing
along.
You can
lip along.
You can. That's still a little distracting.
It is not. People are pointed towards the fucking stage. No one's gonna look and get distracted by your lips moving.
One time I saw the musical Wonderland on Broadway.
Okay.
And I was sitting next to a guy who clearly like the only musicals he had really seen before were something like Jersey Boys or Mamma Mia, where like it's like you're kind of encouraged to like clap along to stuff.
Right.
But with this musical Wonderland, it was an original musical. The music was by Frank Wildhorn, and he was next to me, and he was like in the back. And he was like trying to like clap along to the songs, but the thing is like he didn't even know the songs yet because it was a new musical, and so he was like trying to clap along, and it's like, no, sir, this isn't it.
No, that's not it. But the lipping is different because you're not making any sound if you're lipping well.
True. Yeah. My mom's probably in the box in the storage area of your college stuff. Okay, thank you, Mother. I'll find it at some point.
Exactly.
So many people were singing along when I saw 6.
Interesting.
It's weird.
I mean, I guess 6 does feel a little bit more concerty, at least from the cast recording that we've heard. But man, that man is why Wonderland flopped. That's too bad.
I don't think that man was the reason.
Was it good?
No,
okay. That's all we needed to hear.
There were fun parts.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, a review of the year. Review of the year.
It was. My friend Nick was the piano player for it.
Yes.
And he conducted occasionally, and he is an insanely talented man.
Wow. Good for Nick.
Nick is an icon.
The iconic Nick. It's to the point where Moulin Rouge just announced a sing-along performance. Thank God. JoJo will be gone, and she doesn't need to be subject to that mess. That's the thing. It's like, you're not out singing JoJo, guys. Everyone shut up. I'm so ready for Thanksgiving next year already. LOL Wicked the movie, y'all. Yeah, people are excited.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of news.
Yeah, that's in there.
Oh, great.
Okay. Cool. That's in there. We're discussing it.
Kate Shindle tried her best in that role. Kate Shindle, she can sing her ass off. She was great. She was belting her face off in Wonderland.
Was she good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, everyone in Wonderland was good. And it was like the design was really fun and everything. Like it was just the concept was just like, huh.
All right. I love that.
Yeah.
Invite some questions. The worst are Marvel nerds who clap, yell, and cheer in theaters. That's not my crowd. So when I saw people acting a fool during Spider-Man, I rolled my eyes so hard.
Oh, when I saw Wakanda Forever, a solid 4.5 months after it had been in theaters. And there was a guy there who was screaming, cheering through all of the triumphant moments, laughing hysterically at all of the jokes and all the trailers beforehand. He was just yeah. And it's just sir, please, I beg of you.
You're not at home, babe. If you were at home and really excited, that's one thing. But we're trying to watch the movie.
And it's I get it. You must love Marvel and everything. This sort of thing excites you. This is probably your 5th time seeing this movie. No. If this is your 5th time seeing this movie, then you don't need to cheer for all this stuff.
Right.
And you're not with a crowd opening night where it's yeah.
Right.
No.
You know when I hate applause?
When
the plane lands and you're on some nerd flight and it's guys, he did his job. I love that we landed. I love that we're all still alive. But if I got applause every time I clicked send on an email at my work, it'd be ridiculous. It's that's literally a part of the job. I'm glad we made it, but people usually make it. I feel airplanes are very safe, much safer than cars. Just so we're all clear.
People usually make it.
People usually make it. Yeah. That's how I would pitch airplanes to others. And I just think it's weird. What are we doing?
Okay. When the plane lands and people clap, I'm a little at first, but then I sit and I think, you know what? I can't fly a plane, so you know what?
That's just because you have a different job.
Sure. But I imagine this pilot, if he had to work at a restaurant, he'd be okay, or she.
Well,
of course.
You know what?
But I imagine they would be better at working at a restaurant than I would be at flying a plane.
Sure, and their compensation is monetary. They don't need extra applause. I don't know. It just doesn't. This isn't a theater show.
Sure,
I don't know.
I don't applaud, but if other people want to applaud, it doesn't grind my gears as much as it does.
It grinds mine. But luckily, I have my noise canceling headphones on before the flight, during the flight, after the flight, and it's just I can see the applause, and I'm just judging from listening to Outside by Mariah Carey.
Well, judging is a part of the flying experience.
Of course, it is.
You guys think I'm bubbly and personable,
Do we?
in these live chats?
Yes.
Me at an airport is fucking stone. I don't look anyone in the eye. I am polite and I say thank you very much and everything, but I am just do not acknowledge me for the next 9 hours of my life.
Right.
Please. And I'm I have to put myself in a mindset of a foggy haze.
A lavender haze?
A lavender haze where this is just a dream and this will be over soon. And that mindset also helps me go to sleep.
I was going to say, aren't you usually doing overnight flights?
Yes.
Oh,
but even midday flights, I can put myself in my body to fall asleep easily.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. If I were a meditator, if I were a person that did that, I'd be really good at it.
I believe that.
Would say. Yeah.
Do you stay up later if you have like a daytime flight thinking like, oh, I'll need to sleep on the plane?
I try to get like as little sleep as possible.
Oh, interesting.
Like, the day before, yeah.
I'm fine if I'm awake on a plane.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I'm
not.
okay with that.
If I am awake for too long on a plane, I am bored.
Just watch something.
Well, not all my flights have TVs.
Oh, we'll get an iPad.
I'm not buying an iPad. iPads have been around for well over like what? How many years? Over a decade. And to this day, I'm still just like, I will never ever need anything like that.
I love it. On a plane, you can load it up with whatever you want, watch whatever you want. And it's just like it makes the flight go faster.
But I always get stuck with the seat with like no battery, where like the plug doesn't work.
Well, you have to charge the night before. You're like, I know I'm gonna be on a plane. Let me charge my iPad.
I feel like I always get stuck with batteries that die.
In your devices, like, does your phone always?
Actually, no. My phone battery is. I've had this phone for a year now. And
there you go.
But like, I don't know. I feel like I have bad luck with that sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
I truly never need an iPad.
Are y'all seeing T Swift? No. This is just a dream. That's the feeling. And if you have no rhythm, don't ever clap. Just pantomime. I do agree with that.
That's the thing. This guy, like, A, he did not know the songs, and B, like, he had no rhythm whatsoever.
It's just like, I want to sit everyone down and have like a class on like how to clap on the 2 and the 4. Because if you're on the 1 and the 3, I can't have it. I can't. It's just like, guys, this is unacceptable. We all should have learned this as young people in preschool. This is when you clap. This is when you snap. And if you can't do it on the beat, that's one thing. But if you're clapping on the 1 and the 3, that's a whole nother problem.
This guy wasn't even clapping on the 1 and the 3. He was clapping on like the 2 and then the 5 for one part, and then like the 3 and then the 4 on the next. Like there was no rhyme or reason to his claps.
I can't have
but
that.
You know what? He was having a great time.
I think that's great. But you should have a noiseless great time.
Yes, I agree with that very much.
I look out the window the entire time thinking, oh my God, we are literally in the sky.
Isn't it remarkable?
It is cool.
It's crazy.
I do like that.
And that's why I don't get mad at the applause. Because I'm just like, how is this happening? This is fucking magic. Yeah. Don't clap at concerts unless the artist instructs.
Oh, remember those videos of Lorde when she was shushing the crowd from singing along?
Oh, brilliant.
Iconic.
Well, first of all, I will never clap, period. Like, unless like the song is over and I applaud.
You guys should see
like,
Matt Steele at a concert.
Clapping along like to a song, never. Any form of audience participation, I am not
That's
about.
barely audience participation, though. You're saying if you were at a Beyonce show and she was like, clap, you wouldn't clap for her?
I would clap for Beyonce. It's like, but the thing is, like, I don't go to concerts often.
Right.
So, like, if I do go to a concert, it's someone that I just adore so much that it's like, I will do whatever you want. And those people are the Spice Girls, Beyonce.
Yes.
I can't think of anyone else who like I would do that for, except, I don't know, like maybe if Damien Chazelle started a music career, I would do it for him. Like, that's.
You and Damien.
Hey.
I hope you get married.
Oh,
is he married to a woman?
Yes. His wife is had a role in Babylon. She's great.
Great. I love talent.
Yeah.
Are we singing during The Little Mermaid? No. OMG never invites Steele to a Beyonce concert. He said he'd clap. I'd clap for Mariah. I always feel bad listening to Tokyo Dome, which I talk about every week. But Mariah's always like, guys, I know we're in Japan and like you're trying to be polite, but like you can scream, you can sing along. Like I really want you to enjoy this. And they're all just like, you're doing great.
I'm with them. I'm with them.
That's the thing. It's like a whole audience full of Matt Steeles. The whole arena is people being like, wow.
Just like, no, I want to hear every single note that you're
wow, don't you sound
singing.
great?
Yeah, because I know you prepared hard for this and you worked hard to be able to sing all those notes. So
D-word warning. It all comes back to Damien. Giselle, it's true.
The thing with like going to like a Spice Girl concert though, it's like I'm there just as much to stan as I am to enjoy the concert. That's the thing.
That's how I feel like I go to most concerts. Like I'm not going to concerts of people that I don't stan.
That's the thing. Like people who love just going to concerts and like are just like, yeah, here's an artist that I like, I'll go. I'm just like, wow, you love going to concerts.
Right.
See, like to me, concerts are annoying. So it's like I will not go unless like I truly would die for you.
I love a concert, but like I feel like there's no worse feeling in the world than like an artist singing a song that I don't know the words to.
Very much so.
And I'm just like, I want to be in this with you, but because I think of it as a 2-person performance, me and the artist, and I can't be involved.
That's also how I feel about like dancing at a club. Like people who can just like dance to songs they don't know. I'm just like,
oh, as soon as the song I know goes off, I'm like, oh,
yeah. I'm just like, oh wow, my energy just faded.
Is this a man singing?
And I'm like, oh,
arms by your side, girls.
Where are we going next? And I feel like going to like clubs in general is nothing but people every 5 minutes asking each other where they're going to go next, which is why.
I mean, I haven't been to a club in a long time.
Yeah, you haven't.
When was the last time you were at a club?
I mean, like, what do you consider a club?
A place where you go and dance. Like, there's like a dance floor.
When Fernando was in town a couple of weeks ago, we went to WeHo.
Okay.
We only went to like the club like places like where there was a dance floor.
Was
for,
it
like,
fun?
No. I only went because like Fernando wanted to go and he like was visiting town, and so I wanted to see him. So I was like, okay, like I'll put up with this.
That's nice.
You know, and it was nice to see people. I like going to like the part of the bar that's like the little corner so we can talk.
Yes,
like let's
of course.
talk.
You know we love to talk.
Yeah,
but I love to play games too, so that's a difference. I don't like when people are too cool at concerts. Like, why are you here if you won't dance or sing? I mean, I'm certainly not too cool. I'm either very into it or not into it. Those are my two stages of being. Yeah. I love concerts, but they're so expensive. Like, why is a single Sabrina Carpenter ticket $200? $200? You must be front row.
$200 for what? 7 songs? 8 songs?
I think she has a few albums, actually.
Oh, really? Yes. I didn't know that. I thought she just
This
had
is like her breakthrough album, I feel like.
Okay.
But I think she has a couple of others. But you must be front row. Taylor, too, doing TikTok dances in the club. Greater than, you must be young. But I'm glad you have fun with it. I'm glad you enjoy that.
Oh my God, Sabrina Carpenter is charging $200. That seems too much for her.
It's got to be front row. Like or even maybe a meet and greet. Is she gonna sign like your arm and then you'll get it tattooed?
You're gonna take a picture together.
Oh, Adam Parnell is here. Hello.
$50, solid.
That sounds right.
That's a solid.
That's
night.
a solid. Like, yeah, this is. But it's also like not to be an old fogey. But as we've aged, the concert tickets have gone insane.
Astronomical.
Insane.
Nuts.
Like when I went to Mariah with my mom in like 99, 2000, I swear we paid for floor seats like maybe around $100.
Yeah. When I went to see the Spice Girls in 1998, we were like in a far away section. I forget how much the tickets were.
Yeah.
The tickets for the Spice Girls at their reunion concert were in 2019 were a lot more. But also I was
sure.
I was also
I mean,
in
you
a
were
much
so
better
close.
I was so close.
You were so close.
Oh, it was great.
The only concert I went to against my will was when I took my niece to the Demi Nick Jonas concert. Oh, that's very nice of you. What a great uncle. They've gotten outrageous. It's true. She has 5 albums, Sabrina. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Taylor's are like 500. I know. We get it, Steele. You saw the Spice Girls. Way to rub it in.
I will rub it in because how blessed I am.
It was a very blessed moment. Chloe's tickets were $35. Still wasn't interested though. Y'all,
Chris and Timothy.
I want us to keep the faith for Chloe. I feel like so many people have given up on her. I'm still excited to listen to her album and skip the Chris Brown song. But I like that little single that no one likes. I think it's good.
I'm still not them overcharging me over $300 just in fees for Beyonce.
Wild.
Insane.
It's wild. Joe Biden said he was going to fix that. So
did those fees exist? Like, because when I saw the Spice Girls in 1998, like you ordered tickets through the phone, like you had to call and like wait on hold.
There's
for, like,
also
5,000 years.
a limit to the fees in England. Like it's an American thing that they can charge as much of the fees. I think internationally the fee thing is less of a.
There were still fees.
I mean, I'm sure there were fees, but I feel like they're not
anywhere.
like
It wasn't $300. Like
my tickets for Beyonce were $250, and then an additional like $55 for the fees. Oh shit! It's like so much of it.
Absolutely not.
My club Rennie tickets were $705. Woo! Went to an Elton John concert for free. My friends asked the guard to let me in. It was so worth it. I went to a Taylor Swift concert for free. I saw her Red tour.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know. I don't remember how, but I was like working at a hotel at the time, and I don't remember if it was a person staying at the hotel or if one of the other people working there like had an extra ticket. But I went and I saw it and I was like, oh, nice.
I saw the Joanne tour for free because my coworker, for her 18th birthday, like all of our coworkers, like she loved Lady Gaga, and so we pulled in money for her 18th birthday and got her 2 Lady Gaga tickets.
Oh, that's nice.
And so like a couple of weeks later, she goes to me, she's like, Matt, none of my friends want the free Lady Gaga ticket, and I figured like, out of everyone I know, you'd be the one who would appreciate it the most. Like, so do you want to go with me? And I was just like, yes, I will chaperone you, darling April.
How old is April versus you?
She turned 18.
Oh,
and this
18.
was 2017.
Okay.
And so I was older.
I was so excited. I was like, oh, he's going to say the number. Here we go.
I was definitely
not 18.
10 years older than her.
Yes.
More so.
Mm-hmm.
More. Yeah. Yeah.
Depends on the month.
Depends on the month.
Depends on the month. All right. So wait, should we get started?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
the Joanne tour. Sorry, Steele. Oh, people are coming for you.
That was perfectly lovely.
Yeah, I remember you loved the Bad Romances and all of the poker faces, all of that.
Oh yeah. I also saw Lady Gaga free another time because my ex-boyfriend, his parents got him for graduation, like 2 tickets to this concert at Carnegie Hall to like save the rainforest or something. And it had Elton John, it had Lady Gaga, it had Shirley Bassey, it had so many people. And then Bruce Springsteen like surprise showed up.
Oh, wow.
Like it was and it was like me and my ex-boyfriend who were like 1-year-olds.
Right.
Surrounded by a bunch of like boomers,
right?
And when you say the words Bruce Springsteen to a boomer, and like they melt in their seats, so like when he showed up, you've never seen a bunch of people go so nuts. Like they went nuts. It's like if we went to like I don't know some like a Sabrina Carpenter concert, and it's like Beyonce just showed up, like we would have a meltdown,
right? Yeah,
and that was fun. Yeah.
I saw Gaga, I think whatever her second, like the tour that she was doing was it the Monster Ball? Right as the Fame Monster was coming out in New York. Cause I think she like did a smaller theater tour and then expanded it because she became gigantic at that time. Mm-hmm. And I was still in the theater section. I think I went to Boston that was the time. It was right after Michael Jackson died, and I drank all that champagne and was dancing like Michael Jackson in the aisles.
Oh, remember that? I don't remember that, but I remember that story.
It was a fun time.
That was it.
And she sang Paper Gangsta, and I was like, what a great song. I'm sure she never sang that song again, but I was so happy to hear it.
You got to witness history.
I really did.
You got to witness Paper Gangsta live.
Really
not everybody has that.
I know. Not everybody does. Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess we'll get started.
Yeah, we're on a roll. We're like, it's like we do this professionally. My God.
Hello?
Is that recording?
I think we're recording.
Okay, it's so hard to tell because I don't see a red dot like in front of me on the screen.
No, there's a red dot.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, we're back, and it's a Monday. We're recording a day late, $1, not short, $1 long.
I'm a few dollars short, honestly.
I was trying to be positive. I was trying to open and start the week out right with the people. We usually do this on Sunday nights. We usually record on Sundays and put it up on Mondays, but we're a day later for reasons that I will explain. But I was just thinking about you, and I was like, you know what's hard? Doing this after like working a full day.
Really? Tell me about that.
I've never done that. And I was like,
Oh, wow.
I guess.
Okay.
You used up so much energy already working.
Do you use up a lot of energy when you sit down and work from home?
I do. There's a lot of thinking and emailing and engaging and making mock-ups and software work. But it's like I was like, oh wow, I'm a little drained. I've already had a full day of work and I have to work again.
So now imagine. Okay, picture this. My schedule for work. Usually I work Saturday nights. I close Saturday nights and then I open Sunday morning. So we call that clopening. And
do we?
Yes, and so I do that every week. And so after Sunday, my work shift Sunday morning, I am so drained. But guess what, guys? I hop in that car. I get a boba first, and then I hop in that car, sipping my boba because I am here for you.
Hey.
And I am on my feet all day. I've got blisters. My soul is drained. I've been making milkshakes all day, and so I'm thankful that you are finally acknowledging the dedication I have to the Cathys and the people who love this podcast.
Well, yes, and I feel the same. I've worked as well now, and it's like,
okay, so
this takes a lot of work.
So to quote Beyonce, pay me.
What? You're getting half of the money that is earned from the show. I don't know what else you're going to be given.
More.
You're not getting more than half. Sorry.
I'd like 65%.
I love that we're doing business dealings live on the podcast, but I'll tell you, sweetie, you're not getting an extra cent.
Let me get my manager on the phone right now, and she will negotiate.
I'll talk to her. Can't wait.
Great. Cheryl, hello.
You mean Mama Steele and hello. Okay. Oh, let's do the ad. This episode of Two Gay Mats is brought to you by Skillshare. We all know I love nothing more than a day job where I can close my computer right at 6 p.m. and focus on my passion projects like Two Gay Mats and Matt Palmer Music. The good part's available now. Ever since we started doing things like live streams and actually posting to TikTok, I've wanted to sharpen my skills in those areas, and Skillshare is the best place to do just that. With Skillshare, I'm excited to learn more about film and video, about Photoshop, about marketing, which I am famously terrible at. And I'm excited to learn from creators and professionals who are actually masters of it. So if you're one of the first 1,000 people to click the link in the episode description, you can sign up for Skillshare and get your first month completely free. So why wait? Click the link in the episode description and sign up for Skillshare today. All right, Skillshare, we love you.
Skillshare, sign up for a free trial below.
Do it.
You just listened to the ad, so why should I tell you again? Okay, do we start?
Yeah, do you want me to start? I'll start.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to 2K Matt's the podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
We're back again another week, a day late, but still here, and that's what's most important. And Matt Steele.
Yes.
How was your week?
My week is lovely, guys. Today is the first day of spring.
Oh!
Fuck you, winter.
Fuck you, winter,
and
indeed.
that is why I'm wearing green. I mean, I literally just put on green because most of my wardrobe is green because I'm a redhead. And as I was driving, I was like, oh, I'm wearing green for the first day of spring. How timely.
I think it's odd that whenever I wear green, you get upset because you say it's your color. And I'm like, I look fine in green too. Is that so? I'm hoping that you can start sharing the color with others.
I can't. I'm sorry. I only have so much in this life. And so you have it all. You have the job where you can sit down. You have the hot, studly boyfriend who plays sports and injures himself playing sports. Oh, what a stud.
It's coming up later.
It's coming up later. So allow me green.
How was your week?
My week was fine. It was a coming down from the Oscars week, essentially. So looking at all the content, analyzing all the wonderful moments and everything. And I'm like, okay, guys, enough. Let's let it go.
What's there to really analyze? I saw that video of Vanessa Hudgens walking by Austin Butler, but what else?
Oh, just, like what the different wins mean and like, oh, should this thing have won? Should this have won? Like there's a lot of analysis that goes into it, especially this time of year where it's like the new Oscar movies for next year. Like it's going to be a little while until they start, circulating through the system and people start knowing what's going on for the 2023 season.
Okay.
So, people are living off of the fumes of last Oscar season. But guys, it's in the past.
It is in the past.
I say that as if I ever let any things in the past regarding the Oscars go. But so this week, it was a very chill week. I tried to, focus a little bit on writing.
Yes.
Had a couple days where I sat down in boba places. I'm trying to turn my movie Devos into a musical. I'm working with someone with that. And so I'm starting on like an outline of how I would want like the stage production to go. So working a little bit on that. And honestly, like, not to bring up work again, but like, it's been insane.
Really?
At my restaurant.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. We're just so popular these days. And so it's just been kind of exhausting. So I'm really glad that I had yesterday off.
That's
That's
really
good.
Glad. I'm glad that worked out for you.
Yeah, I can't say that my week was interesting at all.
That's okay.
Besides that. So Matt Palmer, tell us about your week because you had a fun one.
I had a week.
Yeah.
So what happened initially on Friday is I went to the gym and I was doing a leg exercise called a squat. And this is when you take the barbell and you kind of put it on your back and then you do the squat, whatever. It's kind of heavy because, I'm not the strongest.
Because there's weight.
Because there's weight. It's kind of heavy because there's weight. And I feel like at some point you reach an age, because when you're growing up, you're like, I'm going to work out or I'm going to go on a walk or a run. And like, I'm not going to stretch because I'm young and I'm limber and nothing can happen to you.
Ooh.
Today, I put that thing on my back, went down and popped right on back up. Because I was like, oh, something tweaked. I stopped for a moment, put it back down and was like, okay, do I feel anything? No. All right, I'm fine. Let me do it again. Picked it back up, still felt it, put it back down, didn't do it again. So now every time I like twist my body, I'm still in pain a bit. It's gotten a lot better, but this is just part one of the we're falling apart story.
Oh no, and your boyfriend can't even massage you.
I mean, yes, because the next day on Saturday, Jackson went to play basketball. He goes and plays basketball with some friends every Saturday morning. It's like fun exercise and he likes basketball, so it makes sense. And he fell or was blocking a shot and then got pushed and landed on his back and, tried to make the fall less of a fall by putting his left hand down on the ground as one would do. And it hurt enough that he stopped playing for the rest of the game. But he was like, it must be a sprain. I've sprained my ankle. It must be like that. So he spends the rest of the day. We're assuming it's a sprain. He wraps it up and we go to a friend's house that night, and as we're going, he's like, this actually is hurting more than I would expect it to. And I was like, do you want to go to the ER? Like, we can go to urgent care. They're open for 30 more minutes. He's like, no, I want to see our friends, want to see the cats, whatever. And so we go over, we hang out with our friends Jeff and Jean, play with their cats, come back. He sleeps and like kind of makes a makeshift sling for himself while he's sleeping. We wake up, go to urgent care in the morning first thing. He goes in, sees the doctor, and comes out with like a full-ass splint. And I'm like, what is it? And he's like, well, it's broken. And I've been like walking around with a like hairline fractured wrist for 24 hours at this point. So essentially we're aging and our bodies are turning against us, and that's just what happens.
That's so sad. How's he gonna defend you in a fight?
That's okay. I don't usually get into fights, mostly just online because I have a lot of feelings to express on the internet, but usually those people don't like come to my door and try to beat me up.
Let's see. Let's get a few more subscribers, and then we'll see what crazy people pop through.
I know. We still are waiting for what was that guy with the ears who Instagram or Twitter messaged us? Russell Tovey. He could still beat us up. he could still be mad about that.
He could beat me up, baby.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope that everyone's feeling well, and don't forget to stretch.
Yes.
I will say that is one thing I do every day, twice a day. First thing I do when I wake up is stretch.
Really?
And then the last thing I do right before I hop into bed is stretch again.
All right.
And I will say it does wonders for my flexibility.
Okay.
I stretch. I don't work out, but I do stretch.
Okay. Well,
so
I will add stretching to my repertoire
and
because
I might add working out to my repertoire.
Well, there you go. Look at
that.
this. A big year for us. And so then on Sunday, it was Jackson's brother-in-law's. That's right. It's like his sister's husband, brother-in-law.
Yes.
Okay. Brother-in-law. It was his birthday, or it's going to be his birthday next week. And he and his sister Julia, we all went to dinner and got drinks and went to see Patton Oswalt. Again, apparently they wanted to see a comedian at the Largo venue. And we went there and saw him and a couple of openers or friends of his. And it was a cute, fun show on a Sunday night. But it's like, that's why we moved the podcast. Because I was like, they've already bought this ticket. I can't be like, no, I have a podcast. Yeah. So a day late, but we're happy we're here.
I love Patton Oswalt. He's great. You should see him in the movie Young Adult, which I think is a movie that you would love. Young
Really?
Adult.
Yeah. Someone mentioned that when I mentioned Patton that I should see that movie, and
he's excellent in
really.
That movie. Yeah.
He's also good in The United States of Terra, starring Toni Collette. He plays the sister in that love interest for a moment, and he does a great job.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else you want to talk about before we jump into news for idiots?
No, we've got some news this week.
We do have some news, and let's get started. So apparently, the next time we talk, Donald Trump will have gotten arrested, supposedly. So there's a rumor, apparently, according to a social media post on his whatever social media, Truth Social, whatever he likes to call it. Trump says that he will be arrested Tuesday as a New York prosecutor is eyeing charges in a case examining hush money paid to women who allege sexual encounters with the former president. It is apparently this is relating to hush money paid to Stormy Daniels and the like. And it is unclear if he's actually going to be arrested or if he just heard he was going to be arrested and is panicking. But since this came out, it seems like it's really gonna fucking happen.
I mean, he's flat out like saying it, and he's like insanely telling his like followers and fans like, okay, everyone, you know what to do. Like, and so like New York City, they're like setting up like barricades in like areas like because they're anticipating like protests and stuff like that. And baby, Todrick Hall has his cinematographer on the phone, and he is planning that cell block tango video we speak.
Todrick, your little show just went off the air. He could just stay quiet for a few weeks.
Oh, he's got some more cell block tangos in him.
I mean,
he can do it, and that would be one to do.
He would be the first former president to have been arrested.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he's the most corrupt human being on the face of the earth. And I feel like even if this gets... the right apparently would be excited or feel like they had a purpose about this, which I'm not looking forward to, but I'm looking forward to seeing this man in fucking handcuffs, this man being charged with something, being indicted. Like, he's done so many corrupt things, and the fact that it's fucking Stormy Daniels that's getting him, locked up for even a moment, it really makes me happy.
Stormy Daniels is also a reality TV show host.
Really?
She hosts the reality competition show For the Love of DILFs, I believe it's called.
Oh.
I have a friend that is on it.
That's the show that the other Matt Palmer is on. I'm pretty sure.
There's another Matt Palmer?
There's a gay Matt Palmer who's like very hot, and he's like Matt Palmer official.
You're very hot. You exercise.
I do, but I'm not professionally hot. I'm not like his job is hot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's different.
Yeah.
But yes, he's on that show too.
Oh, well, yeah. My friend Tony was on that show, and that's the only reason I know it exists.
Well, I'm glad we know it's
hosted by Stormy Daniels.
Exactly. So Stormy, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your work.
Everything you've done leading us here, because fuck that guy. And if there's any way to just get this man locked away in jail, underneath the jail, I'd love it. I don't foresee that for us, but I like having hope.
I mean, it is scary because that they're going to spin it to be like, oh, well, this is actually a witch hunt from the evil leftist people who are trying to just throw me in jail. So everyone revolt against it.
But hopefully since Ron DeSantis, what's that little piece of shit's name? It's Ron
DeSantis.
Since he's still in the thing and they're still fighting back and forth, apparently Trump said something about how Ron DeSantis like might be in the same situation with a woman who's lying about him, or maybe even a man. So it's like they're having homophobic fights amongst themselves. Yeah. Just leave the left out of it.
Let them fight.
Yeah, let them fight. Let the girls fight.
Let the girls fight while we get stuff done.
Exactly. More stuff done. Man,
hey, baby
does
Joe.
So much shit.
Daddy Joe.
It's not the time for that, but we just need to give him his flowers when he's doing great things. Yes. So thank you for Joe. So Halle Bailey has said, okay, I have feelings about this. A Pop Crave tweet says the following quote. Halle Bailey says her version of Ariel is more nuanced than the original Little Mermaid. The quote is, we've definitely changed that perspective of just her wanting to leave the ocean for a boy. It's way bigger than that. It's about herself, her purpose, her freedom, her life, and what she wants. As women, we are amazing. We are independent. We are modern. We are everything and above. And I'm glad that Disney is updating some of these themes. She never says the word nuanced in that quote. The writer has taken what she said and distilled it into the word nuanced, but the people were not happy.
It's the corrupt media, guys.
I know.
They're trying to tear Halle down.
I just feel like there's already so much shit. Like the racists hate that she's Ariel. The racists are so wanting this movie to flop. Like I will be seeing this opening weekend because I want good things for her. And it's like, I don't know that I've seen any other live action version of a Disney film yet. One of the like new remakes, but she sounds great. The preview, she looks very cute, looks right for the role, and she's excited that Disney's mindset is different than it was in the early '90s. That's all she was saying.
Yeah, you mean late '80s? It was '89.
Okay,
get your decades right.
All right.
Well, the thing that people were upset about this was because she said that we're going to get rid of the perception that she did all of this, that she wanted to go to land for a boy specifically. And It's like, well, no, that's actually not the story of The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is she always wanted to be on land because she had bigger dreams. She wanted to explore the world and everything. And then it just so happened a really hot guy with great cartoon arms was also into her. And she's like, hey, this is my incentive to really go for it.
Right.
But the thing is, she said that is the perception.
Okay.
So she was more so like putting that on other people have this incorrect take.
Okay.
So, I think that people were just upset because they didn't want to see like Howard Ashman's brilliant writing sort of discredited.
Okay.
Howard Ashman did everything right when it comes to The Little Mermaid and every other song he has ever written. He's one of the greatest lyricists like ever.
He was a gay man, yes?
Oh, yes.
I love that for us.
That's why he writes like the best I Want songs, like from women's perspectives, because they're just dripping with just like that gay subtext. like he gave it all to us. And so I do worry that will Disney add too many details? There is such a thing as putting too much seasoning in the soup. Like I worry that like the story, if there are too many details added to try to add all these layers, that the story could get a little muddled and like confusing. And so that is like something I do worry about a little bit, because there is something to be said about like the simplicity of these original cartoons. Like the objectives are so crystal clear, and that is why they resonate with such a broad audience. And so we'll see.
We'll see. We're going to watch it, and I'm excited to watch it and come up with an opinion based on the actual film and not based on the things she says or the evil troll comments or even the trailers, which I think the last one I thought was mostly good. So I'm excited to see it. I did.
But wait, what wasn't good about it, do you think?
I feel like I've seen a couple of shots of the animals, like the crab, and I was like, oh, that looks weird. But mostly good. Like everything she did, I thought was great.
It looks like a crab to me. I don't know. Sometimes animals are a little weird looking, and you got to roll with that.
I guess, but
these animals are nuanced. They're real and nuanced animals. Okay.
Yes, it's true.
I think they're beautiful.
See that Netflix is not paying Nancy Meyers for her movie anymore.
Guys, there is a big pristine kitchen out there.
I know.
That will not be seen.
I wanted to see that so badly. Netflix is shutting down its Nancy Meyers movie, the star-studded romantic comedy that was expected to be her first directing vehicle in nearly a decade. Apparently, sources are saying that while Netflix was okay with a $130 million budget, Meyers wouldn't budge off the $150 million, with $80 million of that going above the line, split between Meyers, Scarlett Johansson, Owen Wilson, Penelope Cruz, and Michael Fassbender, who were in talks to star.
I didn't know that $80 million was specifically going for above the line. That's a lot. Like that is, and we love paying everyone what they're worth and everything, but like That's a lot.
It's a lot of money. And apparently she's not giving up. Like, she's still shopping this around to other streamers, other distributors. I hope it finds a home.
Sure.
But it does feel like you could crack down just the 20 million.
Listen.
Like, out of 180 million, is like the 30 million really going to kill you?
Listen, Nancy, I'm here and I am willing to work for scale. So like if you need a role and you don't want to pay someone a couple million, I will do it for,
You could be the Owen Wilson character.
Me and Owen Wilson are, a lot of people say we're the same type.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Pretty much, yeah. And so, or I could do an Owen Wilson like impression.
I'd look forward to that.
Thank you.
Do you want to do it now?
No,
Okay.
because I'm not getting paid for it now. Thank you. I want to get paid at least a little bit.
Okay.
But again, Nancy, a little bit. So you don't have to pay me that much.
Oh my gosh. Wicked Part 1 is releasing on Thanksgiving now in 2024.
Yeah, I wonder if that's because they're finding that like darker, not that Wicked's like a super dark movie. I mean, but you don't know what this like vision's gonna look like because Wicked is like very family friendly stuff.
Right.
I wonder if they're discovering that movies do better financially in the Thanksgiving window than Christmas. Because people are busy during Christmas, and it's like unless you're an Avatar,
right,
it's hard to make that money.
With every new like release and more information about the Wicked movies, how more stressed are you about The Color Purple and the fact that we've heard nothing about it?
I'm hoping that this is just smart marketing on the Color Purple's team's part, because they're like, you know what? We don't want there to be Color Purple fatigue. Okay. We don't want to set anyone's expectations too high. We want this to come out and have it be like, oh wait, but this. So I'm hoping that is the case, and I'm hoping the visuals are just so good that they're keeping them on lock.
I mean, but we're hearing little bits about Popular and how it's so amazing, and like, oh, you won't believe this part, blah blah blah.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous that the Wicked stans are getting fed and we Fantasia stans are not getting as fed. But it is okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I trust the director. I trust Oprah and Steven Spielberg are producers for this, so I trust.
Imagine not trusting Oprah.
I know.
Who would?
I know. And so, but I imagine things are going really well in terms of like filming for Wicked, because if they're pushing it a month. I'm not that a month is like a huge span of time, but like things must be going well, because it could be worse. They could be like, oh, we're pushing it back like 6 months.
And it also felt like it got off to a kind of a slow start. Like, I feel like we heard about Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande being attached, and it took a long time to get the whole cast filled out. So now it seems like they're off and running. And
I like how they're filming it now, and it seems like they're spending a lot of time, because it's not coming out for over a year and a half from now. And whereas I feel like a lot of recent movie musicals, it's like they get announced and then they start filming, and then it's just like it feels like 8 months later the movie suddenly comes out.
Right.
It's like, no, let's give this production room to breathe and some time and everything. So I like how we're being pragmatic and taking our time with a story as big as Wicked. So as a musical as big as Wicked.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you hear that celebrity stylist Law Roach has announced their retirement? Law Roach apparently does a lot of celebrity styling and most famously works with Zendaya. So whenever Zendaya's on a red carpet and looking lovely and gorgeous, it's because Law Roach was involved. And I think everyone was nervous because it was like, well, what about Zendaya? What's going to happen with her? But then Law Roach came out and said, you know what? We're always going to be together. I will always be working with her. And it's like, great. If they want to retire outside of working with Zendaya, I'm fine with that.
That's
Take
great.
all the breaks you need. I think you made a lot of money, I'm sure.
Sure, but like if this designer like decided to retire, now like Zendaya will still find pretty dresses. Like there are other talented designers out there who can dress like a person. Zendaya could walk out like wearing this like mouse pad that you have on your stool, and it would be like, work.
But I feel like being a stylist is a job, and she has the best one for her. And so a change like that could affect things. She'd always look beautiful, of course, but is it going to be, as top tier as it has been?
Up to par.
Up to par.
Up to par.
Available now. So I'm glad that they're still working together. Apparently there's going to be a new Brokeback Mountain musical based in is it on the West End. It's happening. Yes.
Is it a musical, or I got the impression it was a straight play?
Oh, it's a straight play. I wouldn't have added it to the list if it was just a play.
I mean, this is still fun.
In my head, it was a musical. But yes, apparently Lucas Hedges and Mike Feist
from the West Side Story movie.
Oh, who was he?
The original Dear Evan Hansen. Mike Feist was Riff in the new West Side.
Oh, he did a great job.
He's so phenomenal.
Right.
That movie absolutely deserved an Oscar nomination. Where was it? He is fantastic. I love Lucas Hedges. Like, I think they're both great and talented. And but what I want to know is who is playing the true protagonist of Brokeback Mountain, and that is Alma.
Is Alma
Michelle Williams.
Michelle Williams. Okay, I was like, is it Anne Hathaway? Is it Michelle Williams? Who's to say?
I mean, everyone knows Alma's the best character. She's the one who we're rooting for in this story.
I haven't seen this movie in so long,
Because
so
it's
I
like,
don't.
Girl, get him. He's a cheater. Jack Twist, Jack Nasty. One of the most savage lines ever written in cinema.
Good for you, Michelle. Congratulations. Diplo said that he's received oral sex from a guy and might be a little gay. Thoughts?
Hot.
Apparently, he would not look the guy in the eye, but he could see himself having a long-term life partner. He can't remember who did it. I don't know. It just was like, I guess it's great. I think having like people who are not outwardly queer be like, this happens. I'm a rock star. I'm in sexual situations a good amount of time, and I'm not so hung up on the gender of who's doing what to me. I think it feels like natural, and it makes sense, and it's nice to hear someone be honest about it.
Yeah, and it's hot. And and well, the thing that like made me go like, what was when he said he might have done it.
I know.
And so I'm kind of just like, wait, you don't remember? I could see like, you're a famous rock star or whatever.
Yeah.
You might not, know the person's name or something like that, or you might not like remember exactly what they look like or whatever. But it's like, I would feel like you would remember something
about them, whether they are identify as male or female.
It's a pretty big identifier of someone, but maybe he was just having a good time and wasn't paying attention.
Yes, if everyone was of age and everyone was consenting, we're all for it.
Yeah, all for it.
Good for you.
Good for everyone.
If that was the case.
Yeah.
Sarah Snook, who plays Shiv on Succession, didn't know that Succession was ending until the final table read. The quote is, "I was very upset. I felt a huge sense of loss, disappointment, sadness. It would have been nice to know at the beginning of the season, but I also understand not being told until the end because there was still a potential that maybe this wasn't going to be the end." And it's like, I like that she is as hurt about this ending as I am. Like, it's starting in like a week or so, and I'm excited for the final season or whatever. I think it's season 4, but I just don't understand why it has to end. And I'm glad that Sarah Snook is on my boat with me. We're both hurting. We're both reeling.
Okay, well, I mean, get together, like drink your wine and console each other.
And I will say the happiest thing about the other two, which is coming back in May, and there were like new first look pictures released. I looked all through that press release. The word final season was not mentioned. I was like, thank God.
I mean, let's not get it twisted. The next season after this upcoming season will be about 6 years from now.
Look, I will wait. I will wait as long as it takes. Apparently, they're doing a 3-year time jump, so it's going to be like post-COVID, and like they will all have been famous for this amount of time, mostly because like the Justin Bieber-esque character, I think, is played by Case Walker. He's now 20 and couldn't like believably look like a 16-year-old, and so they're like, let's just make him 20. I can't wait for the show to come back. It's the best comedy on television. If you're not watching the other two, do it as soon as you can.
It's incredibly funny. And I do kind of like that idea of like, we do this show, but like we take a couple years off, and like it's kind of like having movie sequels every couple years.
I don't think they're meaning to do that.
Sure.
I think it's happening to them.
Sure. Yes, but this is a nice way to think about it.
That is a nice way to think about it. I love that for you. Good Burger has gotten a sequel.
Great.
Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell to reprise Good Burger roles as a sequel movie gets greenlit. Apparently, it probably looks like it's going to be on Paramount Plus. I'm excited, especially for Kel Mitchell. I would love how he's working.
Oh, yeah. And Good Burger, I mean, obviously a classic, an iconic movie and sketch from all that.
I know, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Long time ago.
I think it was Nickelodeon's second feature film, right? Because the first was Harriet the Spy.
Oh.
Which is a true piece of cinema.
Really?
Oh. You've seen Harriet the Spy?
I don't know that I have.
How did you? Every child who loved Nickelodeon, which was every child at the time, like saw Harriet the Spy. This was a big deal.
I love Nickelodeon, but I feel like I wasn't a movie person. I don't like a long thing, especially as a young person. I feel like one of the first, maybe the only Nickelodeon movie I saw was the Rugrats movie, which was excellent.
Oh, a great movie as well. Yeah. No, but we are children of the Church of Nickelodeon. So like, I don't know. I supported my parish.
All right. Well, I guess I'll have to see Harriet the Spy. I don't know. How do I stream that?
Also, a brilliantly designed film as well, Harriet the Spy. But this is about Good Burger. We love Good Burger as well.
We love Good Burger, absolutely. Speaking of all that, alums, Amanda Bynes has been hospitalized. Apparently, she has been placed on a psychiatric hold after she basically was in the middle of a psychotic event, an episode, and found herself on the street without clothes. But she was coming out of it and found a phone, called 911, which someone in the Discord pointed out is a good sign. She understands like this can happen, and it's just my heart goes out to her. I only want good things for her. I would love a comeback, but mostly I want her to be safe and happy and healthy. And I'm glad that when she, was out of the episode, that she had the wherewithal to do just that. It feels like that is an evolution from a few years ago.
Oh, absolutely. Like, good for her for like knowing it and realizing it and immediately being like, you know what? Hi,
right.
I need a phone.
Because so many people, it's hard to ask for help, especially if you are a celebrity, especially if you're having mental health issues. So I'm proud of her for doing it, and I just am only wanting good things for her.
I'm totally rooting for her. Like, she was such a talented little girl.
Oh my gosh.
Like, so talented
Beyond.
in terms of like comedy and everything. So I only want the best for her. Obviously, you said a comeback would be our wildest dreams and everything, but like if she's just happy and like safe and healthy and living a good life, like to get back to that spot, like that's what you want for anyone.
Absolutely.
So wishing her the best.
And in some good news for a former child star, Lindsay Lohan is pregnant with her first child with husband Bader Shamus. Didn't realize she was married. And maybe I'm just out of the loop. I'm not paying enough attention to Lilo, but congrats to her.
Congrats to her.
Very exciting.
That's wonderful. I will say, I wonder if our dear friend Jimmy is upset, because there was a rumor that Lindsay Lohan would be starring in an Anne Margaret biopic like relatively soon. Obviously, Anne Margaret's a legend, but like our friend Jimmy loves Anne Margaret, and this was brilliant casting.
Well,
like,
they could wait until she has this baby to film it. Yes,
sure, but like it's kind of like, but like I want it now. It's kind of like, let's try to like bump this up and have it happen, but like it's not gonna happen soon, I guess. So, but you know what? Pipe dream for the future.
It's true.
The idea's out there. Let's let it circulate. Let's let it marinate.
I mean, I like that the Lindsay Lohan stands are just in the same room with the Rihanna stands, being like, "Our girl's pregnant." Congrats, but also a little sad.
But also
a little sad.
Yeah.
So Matt Steele, I believe you do have an extra news story that I did not include. So please take it away.
Yes. So speaking of people who let their work marinate, and this person is letting their work finally premiere after they pass away. Okay. So this is it was announced this week that Stephen Sondheim's final musical will be having an off-Broadway premiere this fall. The musical was formerly known as Square One, and it is inspired by two Louis Buñuel films. And so he announced that he was working on something a few months prior to his death and everything. Right. He was still working on something.
Wasn't he on a late night show and he mentioned it?
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm still writing." He
was
92, I believe, or 91, and he announced he was still writing and everything, and that made everyone very excited. He's was collaborating with the writer David Ives. And so everyone was so excited about this. Oh no, a new Sondheim show. And then a few months later, he passed away. And so everyone was devastated. Everyone kind of assumed this musical's not going to see the light of day. We're not going to see it. And they announced that they're mounting a production of it. And so I'm just so excited that there will be new Sondheim music. It'll be a wonderful send-off. And you guys, let's brace ourselves. It will be an unfinished musical, right. So it may not be the most perfected thing on the planet, but it's something to celebrate. Yes. It's celebrating a legacy. We're getting this new final music by a composer who was in his 90s writing this. So it's just such a wonderful thing. We're going to go in with open mind, open ears, and just... I'm happy that it's here, because I was fully anticipating that we would never hear any of this music. And so it's great. We get to hear it.
It's happening.
Congratulations to us and to him and to David Ives and to everybody.
Yes, congratulations to us all. And now we're going to take a quick break and then be back with more 2K Mats, the podcast. Okay, see, it says recording. How do you stop the recording? You don't see it stopping, do you?
No, I don't.
Lord Jesus. Okay, everyone wait. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay, guys. Don't worry.
The window?
We're doing well. We're doing well.
Stop the current. What if I exit out? Am I right-clicking? Nothing. Talk to them.
Okay, guys. Do you like Barbra Streisand's Broadway album from 1985? I've never heard it.
I stopped the recording.
Barbra Streisand's great, and I love Broadway music, so yes, great. Just like Jonathan Larson. His show coming out. His unfinished show coming out. Oh my God, what if this wins the Pulitzer? Oh my God, I'd love that.
Oh, I don't. We'll have to see. Sondheim overrated. Just kidding. Still don't kill me.
Girl.
Yeah, do we? I don't know.
Jimmy, you didn't think of the Anne Margaret movie? That wasn't the first thing that popped into your head?
Was that your first thought?
Yeah. Yeah. Amanda Bynes was truly the Carol Burnett of our generation, and my heart truly breaks for her, and I want nothing but the best for her. What's that Nickelodeon series that feels like Gilmore Girls? Like plot-wise? Like it's about a mother and daughter?
Yeah, I can't. Was there a mother and daughter show? Grace threatening to ban people for saying Sondheim's overrated. I love it.
Oh my God, me catching a 2 Game Ads live. Hey, William from
Hi,
the
William.
Bay Area.
Oh my gosh, we're so happy you're here too. We're usually on Sunday nights. I bet you could catch it. Unless, I don't know if you have something on Sunday nights.
William might be busy on Sunday nights.
Could be. Barbara covers a bunch of Sondheim classics on that album. That orange-haired The Spice VHS tape.
Wow. When I will never forget popping that VHS tape package open and seeing that orange tape and being like, oh, genius.
Barbra Streisand and Barry Gibb album. I don't know that I've ever heard a Barbra Streisand album in full.
I actually have not either.
Really?
She has about 5 million.
Oh, I know, and they always debut at number 1.
They always do. Oh, the Barbra Streisand stands go.
They're no joke.
Hard. They are no joke.
Someone's got to fund that mall underneath their house.
I mean, obviously. They were the Beehive before Beyonce. And they still are going strong. Palmer, did you watch this week's Drag Race episode? If so, what did you think of it?
I did. I thought there was a Rusical episode. Apparently, every year they do a Rusical, which is like a kind of like a parody of a musical with original songs and everything. And all the queens did such a fucking great job. Everyone was saying it was the best Rusical of all time. Because I'm like, who do you pick? Who do you pick to kick off on this? And they kind of went more by their runway looks and like past statistics as they figured out who to kick off. And I think the right person was let go. And also, spoiler alert, my girl Anitra won the challenge. I was like, yes! Oh, I love her. She's my girl. So I liked it. I think we're just getting down to a really hard part in the competition where it's like if you mess up even just a little, you're going home. And that's scary.
Will Victoria ever sing with the Spice Girls again?
No.
But she will lip with the Spice Girls again. I have faith.
I don't know about that.
Will we be getting new Victoria vocals? Absolutely not.
I don't believe that.
But she will be lipping along to her old vocals. And you know what? I will scream and cheer.
Do we think Renaissance visuals are coming this month?
No. No, guys.
I hate to be the bearer, but no, I don't.
No,
I don't. No, I was too busy being happy for her after everything that she's been through while somehow still thinking she could make this movie. That's funny.
And Rosie was a serve in Harriet. I think about her scene where she's sitting there on her suitcase and they're both in the rain. And she says, one day you will like publish a book and I will be there like to get first in line to get my autograph copy. I'm just like, stop. I'm like, I can't.
Wait, Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Does she play her mom?
No, she plays her nanny.
Oh, okay.
It is a beautiful performance.
Wow.
It's a great
Would you say it's Rosie's best performance on film?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. You know who needs to fucking come back to film? Rosie fucking O'Donnell.
Yeah, what was her last movie?
I don't know.
Jerry was the worst singer in the Spice Girls. Easily. The real Renaissance visuals were the friends we made along the way. Oh my God. Renaissance visuals for spring equinox. LOL, even you guys have given up on the visuals. We haven't given up, but we can't. I mean, we'd be insane to get our hopes up. Yeah. I know they're coming, but I can't.
I've actually honestly stopped thinking about them. Like, I'm just like, I can't engage with this anymore. I can't.
It doesn't take up my brain space, mostly because it's all filled with Vanderpump Rules these days. But I do know, I still believe they are coming, but I don't imagine any.
They exist. They exist. Stephen Sondheim's new music existed, and we thought this has never seen the light of day, and it will.
Someone in the Discord was like, I really want to see a behind the scenes of Beyonce watching the visuals and like tweaking little things and making sure it's perfect. It's like, I don't want to see that until well after they're out. Like if you put that out now, I'd be like, bitch, put them out. I don't care if like one shot isn't the right color grade for you. It's fine. I want to see them.
It's like Devos. It's like, put it out.
Put it out. Just at some point, you just got to put it out.
You just got to put it out. You got to move on to the next thing, baby.
Oh yeah, as you said, watch in your mind. That's what happened when someone asked her, like, what happened to the Formation World Tour footage? And like, are you gonna stream it anywhere or put it out on DVD? And she's like, well, if you went, you could always watch it in your mind. Wow. It's like, Beyonce, please.
Beyonce.
Austin never stops thinking about them. The new Miley album was a letdown. I don't know that I'd call it a letdown, but it's just like Plastic Hearts was so
It's not Plastic Hearts.
It's not Plastic
But there are great things.
There are great things, absolutely.
We only got one email my heart this week, so does anyone have a juicy question that we can talk about for like 5 minutes?
Great juicy question.
Great juicy question.
Let me write down, because I feel like sometimes I forget my can people still afford Beyonce tickets? I mean, I don't know. If you haven't gotten them by now, I bet you're getting a resale that's a crazy price.
Yeah.
I'm going to write down my give me moments, yes, because I always forget.
Write it down. Do y'all think one day Beyonce will pull a Streisand and direct a narrative feature film like Streisand's The Prince of Tides or Yentl?
She could.
I could see her directing.
She has a director's
film.
eye, obviously.
Yeah. Didn't the Black is King movie come out a year after the album?
It did.
It did, but like that was not an album that like we were expecting visuals for.
We weren't.
So like we weren't like anticipating it, and then suddenly a year later it was like, wait, there's gonna be a whole visual element to this. And I will never forget Black is King, because I remember sitting down being like, you know what, this is going to be nice and lovely and polished and Beyonce, and the album is great. I was not expecting to see one of the most incredible visual feats of all time.
It was like, so good.
So good.
If you did your own March Music Madness, what's the first album you'd listen to? Ooh. Also, hi, everyone. Have you guys started watching Swarm? No. We're a little scared, or I'm a little scared. It seems like it's scary.
I'm not scared. I just don't have time. But I love Billy. I love Dominique.
Yes.
They're all great.
But I think people die.
Well, people die in life.
I know, but it's scary.
You can't watch a movie where anyone dies.
I don't like when people die.
People die.
Black is King was brilliant. Absolutely.
Oh my God. Look, society does not talk about Black is King enough.
They don't.
And I get it. It was like during a pandemic and we were all watching like in our homes.
Right.
But like we need to be talking about Black is King more, because what a film. And that is why I have faith in The Damn Color Purple, because one of the directors on Black is King.
Oh, really?
Is directing The Color Purple.
Oh, well, there you go.
Like, oh, this is going to be a moment. Please rank the current pop girls acting debut. What? I mean, you're gonna have to give us a list of what girls, because there are a lot of girls. I miss everyone. Not gonna lie, I've fallen off a little bit, but I've listened to Secrets. Oh,
Tony Braxton. Tony. Yes.
Are you team Serena or Haley? Oh God, no.
No.
We don't care about that at all. We wish them both the best.
Yes.
Put Black is King on Broadway. I don't know if it would work on Broadway. So that's a lot.
Chloe is quite the sex scene in the first 5 minutes of Swarm.
Actually, it kind of would work well. If it was like a dance show, like a ballet type of thing with big visuals, then I wouldn't even put it on Broadway. I would put it at like the Met or something.
Oh.
Or wherever they have big ballet shows.
I believe them.
Chloe has quite the sex scene in the first 5 minutes of Swarm. Chloe's in Swarm too?
Apparently. Everybody's in Swarm.
Oh, jeez. I'm not in Swarm.
That's too bad.
Come on.
You guys forgot one thing. What did we forget? New Rena. Oh, the new Rena song for the movie for John Wick.
I hope it's great.
I hope it's great too. It's not even out.
It's not even out. Well,
hello, Matt. Any thoughts on the newly launched Eras tour? I wish there was more Speak Now, but I love that it's 3 hours long and the people are getting what they want. Like, I feel like the fans are going to come in and be very happy.
They're getting their money's worth.
Absolutely. And there was a lot of money.
The stress that was induced on these poor ticket buyers, they deserve a 3-hour show.
Absolutely they do.
Yeah.
Absolutely they do.
Chloe Bailey is coming to flop with her debut album, I'm afraid. No, have faith.
We want good things for Chloe still. I realize people are jumping off the train of her, but we like her and want good things. Here for Chloe.
Saw a clip of Swarm and Paris Jackson saying she's black with her baby hair laid was hilarious. Okay, I don't know what that means.
I didn't see that. But okay, I think I have some stuff for you.
All right.
Cool. Are you ready?
Sure. Okay. Do we have a second question, or we can just?
Someone asked, like, if we were gonna do the March Madness, what would it be?
I don't know what that is.
I think it's like you just listen to a new album a day, kind of thing. So do you have like new albums that you wish you would listen to in full? Great. All right. Great.
Yeah.
Sorry, Maxwell. Matt Steele doesn't have an answer for you.
You can answer it. I truly, I don't have the bandwidth in my brain.
No, that's okay.
To do that.
All right.
All right.
Start recording.
Hello.
Hi.
Everyone, we are back.
We are.
We are on to Email My Heart. This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have.
Yes.
You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO. We got a question this morning. And this wasn't so much of a question as it was an attack on Matt Palmer.
It was.
Because our dear Austin, who is in our Discord, he's a wonderful patron of ours. He heard that Matt Palmer said, I think like twice, or maybe I think just once on this podcast, that we have started to overhype Olivia Rodrigo's debut album, Sour. I do not agree, everyone. Let's
oh my gosh.
And so Austin Marlos just sent a quick email saying, justice for Sour. This is my favorite. Hello there, period. Matt Palmer, you have inferred, several times now, that some of us overhype Olivia Rodrigo's debut album, Sour. Why is that? Not even a thank you, Austin. Just why is that? Matt Palmer, go. Explain yourself.
I love Sour. Sour is an excellent debut album from a young lady who I'm excited about, and I feel like it shows nothing but great potential. I feel like you listen to that record, you're like, wow, she's going to do great things one day. And she started on this album. These songs are so well crafted. Her influences come in very clearly, like she has having to give Taylor Swift money for 2 songs for a reason. Very Taylor inspired, the Paramore inspiration for Good For You. It had several big hits. She's very, very talented. And the album is better than, say, Taylor Swift's debut album. But is the album fearless? Is the album Jagged Little Pill? Is the album, it's I'll use this example because Austin has just been listening through Janet Jackson, which, by the way, if my legacy on earth is that I've introduced Gen Z children to Janet Jackson, that is the happiest thing I've ever done.
You done, kid. Good, kid. We'll put that on your gravestone.
Please do. To me, Sour feels like Control. It feels like, and the thing is, no shade, Control was bigger. Control had more hits. Control, shook the culture a bit more than Sour did, but...
Well, that's because specific music in general back then shook the culture more than it does now.
True. That's fine.
Yes.
But when Lady Gaga came out, she really shook the culture when she came out. Olivia is doing things that we as millennials, as people of our age, have heard this sound exactly before. And that's fine. She's doing something that people are going to like. And the sound works. She's a great writer, but I'm excited for her next level that I believe she can reach. Excuse me. Because it was good, but falls off a little after. What's the song? After Enough For You, Happier is okay. Jealousy is okay. Favorite Crime is pretty good.
Favorite Crime is better than pretty good. I love Favorite Crime.
These are 3.
But okay, let's not talk trash about the beauty that is Hope You're Okay.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I know you don't think that because you love that song.
I think that's great.
A great song. I just wanted it to clarify so the people don't hate you.
So
I'm on your team.
The fact that we have an album that had 3 hit songs on it and 3 songs that were in the B level, this is a solid, good debut album. It's not in the rarefied air of what we're talking about. On our Patreon, if we have albums that we're all trying to agree upon being is this the album that represents, it would stick out as a sore thumb as the weakest.
Fair.
Which is fine.
I do wonder if, because the thing is okay, there are 11 songs and everything, which is an average album, a little on the shorter end nowadays, because now so many albums come out with 17, 18 tracks, and it's okay, guys, let's whittle it down. So I appreciate that it's only 11 songs, but the thing is now songs are so much shorter.
Yes.
So I wonder if even though I love so many of these songs, and I fully agree with you that the album while it does stand on its own as a great album in itself, the excitement for me was also, wow, this girl did this at 17.
Exactly.
The potential for the next album is astronomical.
Yes.
She has such a clear point of view, such a clear voice, and everything, and is such a talented, sophisticated writer at this age. That was the really exciting part for me. To go back, I do wonder if the shortness of the songs does give listening to the album as a whole, all straight through, gives it less of an impact than a Jagged Little Pill,
right?
Because I don't know how many tracks there are on Jagged Little Pill.
Probably 12 or 13.
Okay, but those songs are longer because songs back then were longer, so you feel you've been through the ringer with Jagged Little Pill's over. Whereas the songs are shorter and emotionally impactful and everything, but because there's less music to it. It feels like a quicker moment in your life.
I think there's nothing wrong with making a debut album that highlights how much potential you have. Like she's made better debuts than a lot of people that are giant superstars these days, than like a Rihanna, than Taylor Swift. Like her debut album is better than that, and she has a lot of potential to do incredible work. And this just isn't that.
You were just explaining yourself.
I'm just explaining.
This is a wonderful, thorough explanation.
It's not an anti Olivia Rodrigo thing in any way. It's like, I like this girl a lot and can't wait to see what she does next. But
Jeff is in the chat saying, the Cathys give Sawayama a lot. Jeff, don't you come for our Rina Sawayama, okay?
That debut album for Rina Sawayama was otherworldly.
Well, because that album she was really pushing music forward in a new, interesting way. And that was what was so exciting about that album.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we look forward to seeing what happens next.
We look forward to seeing what happens next. There's always potential.
There is.
For more, to better yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
Matt Steele.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Oh, God, what?
What has been giving you moments, darling?
Okay, so first of all, you all know that I've been on a Survivor journey.
Of course you have.
And so just a couple days ago, I started season 17 of Survivor Gabon. And I have heard from some people who, are Survivor fans, like, oh, Gabon is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Guys, it is the best season of Survivor I have seen so far. The characters are just so savage with each other. The thing that makes everything is unpredictable. Everyone is forming these like friendships and everything, and then they start to crumble. Everyone is paranoid. Everyone is crying. The people hate each other so much, and they are so vocal about it. And this season, I believe, came out in like either 2008 or 2009, around there, which was like, I think of like the Big Brother seasons in like 2008, 2009. And they were not afraid to feature people in those seasons where they just outwardly hated each other and were not afraid to say to each other's faces, I fucking hate you and I hope I never fucking see you again.
Jesus.
I'm sitting there watching Gabon, this season that is, God knows how old at this point. And I'm just like, man, what an era for reality TV.
I know.
It's like, I miss it so much. These characters are so rich, and like every episode is a banger. Every episode has like some like either like a plot that succeeds and there's like a huge shocker, or a plot that like is really funny or fun that like fails miserably. Like it's so great. So that's just a random giving me moments.
I love it.
I also have to say, this is a sad giving me moments, I guess. But my old elementary school principal, Mr. Bender, passed away this week.
Aww.
And I, grew up in a town with a lot of elementary schools and everything. And people always talk about my elementary school. There are 18 elementary schools in my town.
Yeah.
And so everyone always talks about my elementary school, Mercerville Elementary School, as like the elementary school with the most like school pride.
Yeah.
And with the most, and I grew up, in that environment and everything. And I grew up having such a wonderful sense of community because of how wonderful of a principal Mr. Bender was. And so hearing that he passed away, like really like upset me this week. And it made me like stop and realize like the importance of, when you're in those sort of positions, in any sort of like a supervisor position or a managerial position or anything like that, like the importance of building a community. He would do amazing things with us. Like we would have a fundraiser every year where we would like raise money for the school, and he would be like, okay, kids, if you raise this much money, I'm going to sit on the roof for the entire school day. And he did it, and we would all go out and like watch him like on the roof. And this one night he's like, this year, if you raise enough money, I'm going to dye my hair green. And he did it. And one year he's like, if you raise enough money, I'm going to shave off half of my mustache. And whatever kid raises the most money is going to get to be the one to shave the half of my mustache.
Oh my God.
And so he did all these like he was just an incredible principal. And so, and I feel like I had such a phenomenal like public education because I went to this amazing elementary school, and there was such a great sense of community among the students and among the teachers. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to Mr. Bender. I forget when he retired. It was a while ago he retired, but all the teachers are just like, Mr. Bender, icon, legend. Like, so just a shout out to Mr. Bender. We love you. You were like one of the most unbelievable principals ever. So And he was always such a great point of discipline for my mom that she would threaten me and my brother with. Like, because if we were like misbehaving or something, she would always be like, "Do you want me to call Mr. Bender?"
Oh my gosh.
And we would be like, "No."
Why is he scary, or you just wanted him to like you?
He wasn't that scary, but like we knew he was the principal. So like there was like an aura about him that was like, we can't disappoint Mr. Bender. Like if you watch home videos of us when we were kids, and our mom is like recording us as she's like, "You need to go to bed." She would just be like, "It's time for you to go to bed. Shall I show this tape to Mr. Bender?" And we would be like, "No."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So icon, legend, Mr. Bender.
We love you. Rest. We love you. It's true. Well, going from one of the most impactful and wonderful people in your life, well, I have to go straight to the worst people in my life, and that is the Vanderpump Rules cast. I apologize. I know I can't stop talking about it, but the mid-season trailer for Vanderpump Rules just dropped. And it shows some footage that has clearly been filmed after the Scandival situation happened, because that was when they started picking cameras back up and were ready to film again. And there's a sit down with Tom and Ariana that is so intense. And she looks him in the, he's like, "I wish we both would have tried harder," which is like, fuck you. And she's like, "You don't deserve a goddamn tear from me. You will not be getting any of my fucking tears because you don't deserve it." Iconic. The whole thing just feels like, you were saying, the era of reality TV when people weren't afraid to be complete and total messes on TV. It's like the end of this season is going to have that for us again, and I cannot wait. It's like, just the bomb has dropped. You see everyone's reaction to it. Like, Tom Sandoval's in pieces, and you're like, absolutely. Sheena is very upset because she has allegedly punched Raquel in the face. And so she's upset in her bucket hat. And then at the very end of the trailer, you see again another part of that sit down with Tom and Ariana. Tom goes to the kitchen, is like, "Oh, I'm in the kitchen. Like, is there anything I can get you?" Or it's like, "Is there anything you want from me?" And Ariana, just straight face, just goes, "For you to die." And I was like, no. Like, this is television. This is cinema. So I'm very excited. Cannot wait for that moment. It's going to be thrilling, but it's also like still not worth it for what Ariana's been through, but I'm glad she's okay. I also want to give out a shout out to another great Bravo reality show that, if you are a musical person, I think you should check out. It is a show about Escape and SWV getting together to go on the thing is, initially I thought they were going to be going on a co-headlining tour, but it became they were doing just one show together as co-headliners. And it's kind of talking about the dynamics of these 90s classic R&B girl groups coming together, and like, who's going to headline? Like, Escape has been doing things more recently, but SWV has the bigger hits. Escape has two members that are active on reality TV, so they have a lot of followers, but the SWV hits from the 90s are truly being streamed more as we speak. And to see the inner turmoil of these relationships and the inner turmoil between the groups, SWV, it seems like, has gotten over their issues. And they're like, you know what? There are times for a while that we're just like not speaking, but we're all at work. And so we put on a great show, and that's what we do.
Hey.
But there are two sisters in Escape. So Latasha and Tamika are sisters. And so we're having scenes between them and the mom. And like, the mom is only taking one of their sides.
Ooh, that's dark.
Tamika's like, "You stole $30,000 from me, and you and your husband." And then she's like, she can't speak without talking to the husband. They cut to a confessional where Rocky, the husband of Latasha, is whispering in her ear. And they're like, "Rocky, what are you whispering in her ear for?" He's like, "Gotta tell her what to say." It's wild. And if you grew up with the music, it adds an extra layer, because as much as I love Housewives, there are no, like, these are people cast to be messy and like on television. The way that they're related is they're cast on Housewives. These people have careers and like decades of history with each other, and their livelihoods and professionalism and music careers, they rely on each other for that. So I don't know. I think it's a little messy, absolutely, but it's very interesting. And like, I don't know.
It's a little messy, but it's very interesting.
It's very interesting because there's like real weight to it, because like the music, I remember growing up with the music. So it's like, oh, people want to hear this so often. These people are touring around the world, keeping their families afloat with the music. And it's just, there's a lot going on.
That's beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when like reality shows give you some drama.
Absolutely.
It's nothing is worse than when everyone's kumbayaing in front of the camera.
It's
I mean, the fact that they're sisters is a little upsetting.
It's a little
like,
dark.
Yeah, I don't like seeing that. Like, and that's why you've always said you had trouble with New Jersey Housewives.
Absolutely.
Because they're related to each other. So it's like families are involved. You're watching like families break apart and like fight and everything. And that is very hard. Like the fact that, I don't know, these sisters have such a contentious relationship.
And they didn't always. They used to be like very, very close. I think they'll get back there. But it's like, as tough as it is to watch, having real stakes is the thing that is drawing me to the show, like between the music business aspect and the fact that they're related. So I'd recommend giving it a watch. It's like going to only be 6 episodes or something. So it'll be a quick one. But I'm curious to see how it all shakes out, because now they're arguing about who's going to headline the tour, and SWV's pissed. And I don't know. I'm interested.
These are stakes, guys. Who's going to headline the tour?
Absolutely.
And will those tickets cost as much
when
as
we go on tour? Who's headlining?
Ooh, I don't know.
Matt Palmer or Matt Steele? Who gets first billed?
Ooh, let's have it be Pastor Dan.
He's not
Pastor Dan presents
2K Mats. I love that.
Yeah.
So Matt Steele.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the people?
That I love you so much.
We do love you so much. Thank you all for watching and listening and waiting a day for us. We're happy to be here. And we'll see you next week with more 2K Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye. Yay,
good work,
we did
everyone.
It. I listen to your podcast every day. I love your last show. Oh, thank you so much. Will you guys tune in for the new Melanie Martinez album? Did someone request a Melanie Martinez album?
I don't know.
There might be a patron request coming up for a Melanie Martinez album. Beyonce? What happened with Beyonce? What about Beyonce? Will you guys be at the Renaissance World Tour? I will be in September.
I'll be cheering from afar.
Who's gonna steal 30K? Hello. Apparently, like the royalty check that Tamika was supposed to receive got sent to Tasha, and they like signed the check and cashed it. It's a mess.
That's rough.
It's an actual mess. Thank you, Excel. Congrats. Thank you. I don't know what we're being thankful for. Oh, hey, Dad. My dad's here.
Hello, Mr. Palmer.
Thoughts on Tamar versus Candy? Yeah, and then after that last episode aired.
Yeah, what happened with Tamar and Candy? Because they were buds in the Big Brother house. They were buds who like would occasionally get into little tiffs. But,
right.
Like, they knew they had to work
Apparently
together
something's happened after Tamar says that both Candy and Todd threatened her. And Candy says it was just her, not Todd. She's like, we did have words, blah, blah.
Okay.
I think Sour may be better than Control. That is wrong. New Usher song is good. I wish he sounded clear on it. Interesting, because I feel like Usher always sounds very clear. Thank you guys for making me smile. Oh, that's very sweet. Eric, thank you for coming. You're making us smile too.
Thank you for making us smile.
Absolutely.
Why are we putting women against each other?
Oh, congrats. Oh, for finishing the episode. Hey, I'll take it. I appreciate it. I was so bummed yesterday. I didn't realize we were doing Mondays now. We're not.
This is just a one-off because he had to go to his Patton Oswalt thing on Sunday.
We'll be back on Sundays next week. Yes.
Yeah.
A member of SWV was on Survivor the season after Gabon. That is really what a crossover.
I'm watching the finale of Gabon tonight.
Interesting.
It's a great season. Sugar, Crystal, who is just so grumpy and like, oh God, everyone is so great. Susie, who just her decision just flipped the whole game on its head.
Wow.
Kenny, like everyone is such a character. Little Bob.
These names are really wild.
He's a tall guy actually,
okay.
but I'm just calling him Little Bob because he's like the only one who like doesn't hate everyone. Like, so he has a sweet little heart.
Is Sugar the person's real name? His or her real name?
No, she's a pinup model.
Oh.
And so that's like her job. But she's iconic.
Really?
Like, might be one of my maybe like my top 2 favorite characters ever, like that I've seen on Survivor. Like she really just, she's sort of like, everyone is like scheming and plotting and everything. And Sugar's just like always off on the side. Like, and people like think she's kind of dumb, but she's kind of just like weirdly influencing everything in like a very like sweet, coy way. And sometimes she's doing it like unknowingly, like she'll just like break down and cry, and she'll be like, I feel like this person's lying to me, and then it'll somehow influence like all this other stuff. Like, she is great.
Do you think she could win?
Yes, I think she could. I don't know who wins this season, so nobody spoil it. But I think Sugar could very well be a winner because like everyone seems to like her too, except for Corinne. Who Corinne was so mean. Corinne is so blatantly mean, and Randy, fucking a horrible, mean man, but he knows it, and that's what was so great about reality TV back in the day.
It really was something. Someone said they wanted to see 2 people on a villain season, but I can't find them.
Kenny and Crystal.
Oh, Kenny and Crystal.
Do they not come back for another season? Kenny and Crystal are iconic.
Maxwell loved Sugar. Matt Steele would love Sugar. Excuse me.
Wait, was Sugar not like a fan favorite at the time? Because she is incredible. She is incredible.
Would I like her?
You would love Sugar.
Okay.
You would love Sugar.
OMG, Matt, you are not ready for the final tribal council. Corinne is horrible.
Oh, Corinne's horrible. Corinne is like she is someone who you like watch her and you're like, you are so horrible. I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend and like low key hate you, but like still have a relationship with you.
I don't want that.
She's horrible. And she's just like, yeah, I'm horrible. I don't care.
There was a Corinne on The Bachelor who also was the villain of her season too.
Ooh, I love that.
I don't know what that is. Villainous Corinne.
Corinne.
Villainous name.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the Taylor concert? I love that it was so long. People are getting their money's worth.
Wait, Steele, who is your favorite Survivor castaway? At this point, it's either Sugar or Lil from Pearl Islands. I love Lil.
Did she win?
No, she didn't win.
She
should have. Controversial opinion.
Sugar does come back for another season. She was a fan fave.
Sugar.
There was a Sugar on Drag Race this season.
Is she great?
No. She was the other twin. Spice stayed longer than Sugar did.
Oh, that's so funny. Sugar and
Spice. It was cute. It was cute. Gavon has one of my favorite pre-vote line deliveries in the entire series.
All of the voting line deliveries are so good. Like Crystal, there was one where she was voting for Randy and she's literally screaming how much she hates him into the camera, and everyone like back at Tribal Council, like so many feet away, is hearing her and they're just like, like, and they are just gutting each other in these these final voting lines.
Her comments are actually sick. I think she was booed at the reunion. Corinne, apparently. Thank you for entertaining my question, Austin. Absolutely. I hope you're not offended. And I hope I've explained myself. I love Olivia Rodrigo. Just so we're clear.
Yes.
Let's be serious.
Jordan loves Gabon as well. We chat about it on the Discord.
Beautiful.
I'm a Parvati stan. No one is surprised. That evil girl has all my... Oh, Parvati's great. Yeah. Yeah.
Chris, that is the one. The one you just described is Adam's favorite in the entire series. When is the next podcast, gentlemen? It'll be Sunday night at 6:30
Sunday night, 6:30. So
funny. When are we getting Celebrity Survivor? Interesting. I'm a Suri stan. Is Suri the one who was just on the Traitors?
Yes. Suri is great. She's probably in top 5 for me in terms of castaways. I need to like look through everyone again and see like, oh, I love Sheehan as well. Oh, I love Sheehan. Peggy is great. It's a great show. It's a great show. I'm excited to watch the next 2/3 of...
I was going to say, what season is Gabon, like, number-wise?
17.
And there are how many, like 40-something?
I think they just stared 45. I know.
My God.
I'm trying to get my way up to halfway there, and seasons keep popping in.
No, not at all offended. Okay, good. Sugar and Spice were great TV. They really need to be on other reality shows. I mean, they could be on reality shows, just maybe not Drag Race. Like, the lip syncs were... so bad. Just so bad.
Justice for Vesapia. I love Vesapia. She's great. Vesapia. Oh, yeah. And she was supposed to be on season 40, but...
What happened?
Season 40 was an all-winners season. And I want to say I heard that she was, like, asked to be on it, but then, like, it was, like, revoked or something. Or maybe I'm thinking of someone else. But she wasn't on the all-winners season.
Oh, well, no male contestants in your fave.
There has to be. I have to look through all the people again, and I'll let you know next week.
What podcast do we let's do? Everything Iconic, The Read, Deep Dive.
Ourselves?
I don't really listen to mine. We do this, and then I like literally forget completely what we've said. All I'll know is that like I said something about Olivia Rodrigo. Said something about Sour.
Any thoughts on the Oscars?
Listen to last week's podcast. Matt still breaks it down.
They were great. A beautiful ceremony.
It was a nice ceremony.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And good winners.
Yeah.
You know, I feel what everything.
She wasn't even asked for season 40. It was great, though. I liked her. She won season 4. Sean from season 4 was... Oh, God. Which one was Sean? Oh, God. Matt Steele will love Russell. I'm calling it now. Oh. I've heard about this, like, Notorious Russell.
Is Russell...
I have no idea what season.
Is Russell a gay man?
No. His brother Willie was on season 14 of Big Brother, which you watched with me. He headbutted.
Headbutted?
Yeah, he headbutted Dan. No, not Dan. The loud guy who screamed in the Diary Room. He was a chef. Chef Joe. Joe? Sure. He headbutted Chef Joe, and so then he got kicked out.
I was going to say, did you get kicked off for headbutting?
Yeah. So they were like anticipating, and they all, the days he was there, they were like, I think Willie is related to Russell from Survivor. Because you know how all reality people like are incestuous and know each other.
Yes.
They're like, he's Russell's brother. He must be just as much of a mastermind. And it's like, we'll never know because he got kicked off the show.
What good movies are opening this March? Anything?
I don't know.
Russell was evil. He was fun to watch, though.
Yeah.
Russell.
Yule from Cook Islands. I loved him.
Oh,
he was fantastic. That's a man.
That's a man.
Shane Panama was very fun. James. Yeah.
Know about
Russell is season 19. Okay. What good movie? I forget.
Ignored that. Do you know about EDGIC scores for Survivor? Discovered it recently, and it's helping to understand the show and make predictions applicable to other competitive reality shows too. I don't know what that is. Don't know. Shane, Sean, and James, the best. Okay.
There are so many seasons when you just say when you just say James. I'm like, there are probably like 6 Jameses I've seen so far.
I just saw movies tonight, and it was certainly something. It was that Bob Ross one, right?
Oh, is that Bob Ross movie out?
Apparently, it's coming out in a couple of weeks, and it was
Okay.
like a mystery movie for Jimmy. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, what else is going on, guys? How are we feeling?
You feeling okay after your long day of work? Are you into now? You know why after every single podcast when you turn this off, I'm always just like,
I know it's fully like Megan powering down after Matt Steele turns that camera off, and I'm like, what's happened to you?
I'm just like, I'm tired.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, I'm excited to eat my dinner. Head to bed. I have to get up really early tomorrow, which I just realized.
I have to get up early tomorrow.
Sucks. I think A Good Person is going to be a good movie. What is that?
Oh, that's the Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman movie.
Oh, okay.
Where I believe this girl's husband or fiance dies, and she's like hanging out with who was supposed to be like her father-in-law, like future father-in-law, and they help each other through their grieving process. That's what it seems. Seems nice. I'm seeing How to Blow Up a Pipeline tomorrow, which premiered at TIFF last year. Oh, cool.
Not heard of that.
Let us know how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the Bob Ross movie. I already forgot I saw it until someone asked me about new movies just now. Eurovision season is in full swing. We have all the songs. Very exciting time for me. I guess we're going to receive your email telling us to get involved. Maybe this will be the year. Who knows? Ty's my favorite Survivor. Castaway. He's so funny. Sweet. I didn't know they were called Castaways until tonight.
Which ones did I know Ty? Have I seen Ty yet? Oh, I don't know yet. Ooh, Yowman. I also love Yowman. Yeah. Oh, I love Yule. He comes back for season 40, and he played for his friend, another contestant whose wife had MLS, I think. Oh, that's great. I'm reading a book called Superfan, How Pop Culture. Oh, and the runner-up of season 9 I really liked. And the winner, Chris. I thought he was great. Anyway, whatever. I'm reading a book called Superfan, How Pop Culture Broke My Heart, which I feel all you guys should love.
I mean, that does sound like something I'd like.
Twyla. That was her name. I liked Twyla. Now I need to stop naming
people. Yeah, you got to stop. Got to stop. I think we might just head on out, guys.
Yeah. or else I'm just going to start naming
I
names.
know. And I don't need to be here for that.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for being here, for listening and watching. And we love you.
We love you. Thanks for coming in on a Monday.
I know, a different day.
Yeah.
But y'all still showed up and showed out, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, you're great.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you soon.